Hey, can you guys see us finally?
So sorry, guys. We had some technical difficulties.
Hopefully you guys can see us.
We're sweating bullets.
Hey. What's up, Megan? Is this D or is that Miguel? Hey, D. Oh, it is D. Okay. Wow,
Hi,
Megan,
D.
you knew that already. Very good. Good job.
They probably chit-chatting about us behind the scenes.
Oh, it is Miguel. Okay, good. Yeah, we're having some issues with our live stream. We were trying to use a certain bit rate, and unfortunately we couldn't get it to go. So we had to go the generic way. It didn't connect through the normal live stream that we wanted to do. I don't know why, but it just didn't. So we had to go this way. So hopefully we'll get some more people in here. We have to work on that. We use, I don't know what you got, what everybody else uses, but we use through OBS. So that's kind of where the issue is trying to get the OBS to connect through the bit rate. I'm not sure if you guys do that. Yeah, they do us too, Megan. We've been trying to get it right for the longest time, and we're like sitting here. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Hey, there's Brian.
We thought we had it all set up right and ready to go.
Yeah, we had tested it
a couple days ago. We're like, oh, we're good. And we're sitting here, and then all of a sudden it's not working.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh.
Yeah.
Now my eyes twitching.
Oh, thanks, Megan. We appreciate that. Hey, Zoe's in
Zoe.
here. Hi, Zoe. How's everybody doing? Appreciate you guys stopping out for a little bit. We definitely want to do some stuff. Yeah. Well, you know, we watched the video. It's funny you say that, Miguel, because we watched the video the other night on OBS. And that's why, you know, if you see at the bottom, you have like the little scroll and the Mouse Talk logo and everything right there, which is kind of new and kind of cool. And it's some cool bells and whistles that we put in. But then we couldn't get the right, and then we couldn't get the actual live stream to work. So it was terrible.
Yeah.
I think it's more my fault because we should have tested it.
Yeah, but we thought we did and had it ready. So I guess you're right. We should have come up here and made sure the connection was working beforehand. But
hey. Megan, you are a big dog because this is, trust me, you could do this. There's nothing to it. OBS is free.
Yeah, you are, Megan.
OBS is free. It doesn't cost anything. You just have to download it onto your computer, and then you can go on YouTube, of all places, and find like all these how-tos of connecting it, which we thought we had right, but obviously
apparently not.
It's not, you know, it wasn't a bad teacher. It was a bad student.
We're just not good with the technological stuff, like trying to get things to match up numbers-wise, and it's just going to take time.
Yeah, it's pretty nice if you can get it to work. Can you guys see the live stream scroll at the bottom and all that? Hey, there's Dan. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Appreciate you guys coming in for a little bit. Dan, we've been watching your videos, man. They look really good.
No, are you sad being home?
He probably is sad being home. Yeah, we're close to 1,000. We're getting there. But we're like inching along, and it's really kind of, I don't want to say frustrating, but like we'll get to like 9:15 and then fall back to 9:10, and then we'll get to 9:12, and then 9:13, and then 9:10 again, and we're like getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, Dan, I'm glad you had a good time. We were watching. I was watching the video the other day of the one at Hogwarts. When you got on the train, it looked really cool. Looked really, really cool. Absolutely. Is Human Person in here?
Yeah, hey, Human Person.
Hey, Human Person's in here. Human Person, you may not want it, but you won the prize the other night of the hat.
Thursday.
When we had our giveaway. Our drawing, you won the hat. So, by all means, if you're interested, that one's yours. You just got to connect with us on Twitter and send us your information and your address, and we'll get that to you. We'd love to do it. We'd love to do it. But Melissa and I tonight, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. We're going to do our top 5 rides and attractions, as you can hear the train going by in the background. Our top 5 rides and attractions at Walt Disney World. We're not going to limit it to one park, so it made it really kind of hard to pick just 5. We did some honorable mentions, at least I did. All right, Melissa picked 6. So her 6 will be an honorable mention.
I don't follow the rules.
No, not at all. Actually, I didn't tell her the last minute either, so that was kind of my fault. Human Person, you didn't necessarily enter. We entered for you because you were there that night. So we entered everybody that came to the live stream for the giveaway. So
yeah,
you were picked at random.
Did a random drawing because we got 900 subscribers. So anyone who came to our live broadcast last week. I wish it was the trolley.
No, she's asking if that's going to make the list, I think.
Because of Dee's thing.
I don't think it's going to make our list. I don't think it will. Not that I don't like it. I do a lot.
I know, he really does.
I really do.
Or the monorail, which I don't count that as a ride.
What, the monorail?
The monorail.
Nah, it's not really a ride. Not to me either.
I'm
wearing has to be in the parks.
Kermit shirt tonight because you guys didn't like the Muppets.
Melissa really likes the Muppets, as you can tell.
I've loved the Muppets since I was 2 years old.
Yeah, that's true. Brian, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
I don't know if it's going to make our list. You'll have to wait and see. It might not.
We haven't been to Disneyland, and we can't do
rides.
We
have Guardians of the Galaxy in Disney World.
Not yet.
Oh, no, I'm thinking Tower of Terror. I'm sorry.
Where have you been?
It's been a long day.
It's been a long week. Oh, my God.
Yeah, these choices were something else. I got to be honest with you there. We left scratching our heads at the end of the night on that. No, I'm just kidding.
It was great.
It was a lot of fun. And they were different, which is cool because you get your normal picks that everybody picks. So it was really cool that she did different picks, for sure.
Yeah, and I liked the concept you guys did about, because what would Walt have liked and what was classic, and that was truly met that criteria. So it made sense.
Hey, Robin. Robin's driving.
Robin.
Hey, Robin. Yeah, that's fine. Chat when you get home. Well, speaking of our top 5, for me, I had 2 criteria as to what made my list. Number 1, how important is it is it a must-do when I come to Disney World? Do I have to ride it? Do I have to see it for rides or attractions? And number 2 was how disappointed would I be if it was maybe closed for refurbishment or gone forever?
Which we had that happen. That's on one of mine where
right, and we'll talk about that.
So.
Yep. So that's kind of what I looked at for my criteria of what top 5 I picked was that. What about you?
Yeah, same kind of thing. Hi, Alyssa. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Alyssa. Hey, appreciate you being in here. All right, so we're going to get started. And Megan, hold that thought on that because you never know what's going to come up. But we'll start from 5 and work our way down to 1, and we'll do rides first. And do you want to do attractions first? What should we do? Attractions or rides?
Mine aren't really in any order.
Mine are in order.
Mine aren't. Not so much.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do. Let's do attractions first. We'll save rides for the second half.
Yay, Haunted Mansion.
Yay, for sure, absolutely. All right, so my number 5 attraction. I'll do honorable mentions after we give our top 5. But my number 5 attraction is the Voices of Liberty over at Epcot. I really like the Voices of Liberty. I love that show. They're fantastic. They really get you into the spirit and really give you a sense of pride, and it's really a beautiful show. I love them. I think they do a great job. I don't know if anybody else out there has really, listened to the Voices of Liberty, but we only did it for the first time a couple trips ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I fell in love with it. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a wonderful show. And now I don't want to miss it at all. I remember when I did it for the first time. Melissa hadn't done it yet.
No.
And I was like, you got to get in here.
Yeah, you did it twice so I could go.
Yeah, I did it twice with her so she could do it.
Doing,
but I love Voices of Liberty. Has anybody else ever done that one? We love that one.
We don't hate you, Dan. And I'm with you. Food first. Woohoo! Every time we go somewhere, I'm going for the food.
Well, Dan, we hadn't seen it till just a couple trips ago either.
Yeah.
Because there's so many other things to do. You just don't think about the little sideshows. I hate to say sideshows, but
and we made it a point that when we went to Epcot, because for the many trips we went before that, we didn't really do a lot of exploring into the countries. So we made it an effort to do that, and that's why you found it. I don't know that we would have found it otherwise. We told ourselves, let's go in, look around more, find things. We still didn't get to see everything. We still haven't seen the Canada show, and we still haven't seen the China show.
Yeah, Reflections of China.
We ended up staying outside because they were doing an acrobatic show instead at the same time. So, Noah.
Yeah, definitely number 5 for me. Well, what's one of your attractions?
I guess I consider this more of an attraction, but Carousel of Progress.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an attraction.
I just feel like
I don't think that's a ride to me. That's more of an attraction.
Yeah, moving, but it's more of an attraction. I just really love. I think it's fun, nostalgic, and just something that's been there. That I feel like I would feel really bad if I didn't see it when we went. So.
Carousel. Well, that one has grown on me over the years.
You didn't used to like to go.
I didn't used to like to go, but the more I've done it, the more now I really do enjoy doing the Carousel of Progress. I think it's nostalgic. It's great. I don't think they can ever get rid of it. I really don't. I really don't. I love the Carousel of Progress. I think it's a great ride. You're right. For the longest time, they would be like, "Let's do it." I'm like, well, if I go in there, I'm probably just going to fall asleep.
Oh.
So let's do that instead, and that's fine. Let's do something else. But I like it now. I really do.
Well, sadly, my fall asleep ones are the other one in the American Pavilion.
Well, might make your list.
No, it's not.
Oh, because it didn't make mine either.
What's the other one? Upstairs?
Hall of Presidents.
Yeah, Hall of Presidents, and then there's another one too.
I don't know.
There's the one in Magic Kingdom and the one in Epcot. There's 2 shows.
Oh, the American Adventure.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've fallen asleep in both of those, and I think it's
Dan serenading us.
And it's terrible. They're good. By the time we get in there and it's been really hot outside, most of our trips have been like August or you go in and you take a break and you
it's
just
cool
zone
because the air
out.
conditioning is like, oh my god, this feels so good, and then the next thing you know, you're asleep.
Yeah,
Disneyland's Carousel of Progress is gone, human person. That's kind of too bad.
They heard our real sirens in the background. Hey, we're in Baltimore.
No,
we
we're outside of it.
That way.
That's not true.
We're close enough.
Yeah, it's true. We have it in the background. We definitely do.
Oh my god.
My number 4 attraction is, and I had to change this because I forgot about one, so I had to kind of change my list around. But number 4 for me is Finding Nemo the musical over in Animal Kingdom. I think that's highly underrated, and I love that show. I think it's really cool. I think the puppet, the actors that carry around the puppets and do that, I think that's great. I think they do a really good job.
Well,
hey, Cherry.
That was on my list too, so I won't go into it again. But because mine aren't really in any order, Finding Nemo was definitely on my list. I love that show. I think it's so much fun. It's changed up a little. It has the full storyline, but it's just really fun. And the puppeteers and the singers are great. So if you haven't seen that one, check it out for sure.
Yeah, a human person. I don't think the American Pavilion and anybody else, if you want to jump in, I don't know that they do have a Native American section.
And tell me that
which is too bad because they should.
Yeah.
For sure. And we could be wrong. Maybe we missed it. But does anybody know if they have a Native American area section in the American Pavilion? I don't think that they do.
I know. That really is ironic. If you think about it, it's kind of ridiculous. But
oh, okay. Miguel's telling us it does in the museum part. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good. Well, we're going to check that out. But that's all right. I'm just glad they have something. We'll be sure to check that out next time we're there because I didn't know that they had that.
Yeah, me either. See, I said, we've missed stuff.
But because it's America, we tend to pass the American Pavilion a lot because it's the other pavilions that we don't know a lot about. Well, at least we think we don't know a lot about. We don't even know anything about our pavilion. We didn't even know it was there. So we kind of pass it. So that's good to know, though. And yeah, I love Finding Nemo. I think it's a great ride. I mean, great attraction. I really do. I think the show's wonderful. I think they do an awesome job with it. And when they bring out Crush and they bring out Nigel, the bird, the pelican, it's really cool. And the music's great. And it's a nice area. It's big.
It's very creative, the way they do some of the
very
stuff.
Creative
I
the way they
enjoy
do
it very much.
I agree. Well, what was one on your list? Or is that?
Pickles on tacos, Dan. I know I saw that. I'm like, ugh. And I love pickles.
Who did pickles on
Dan,
tacos?
remember he was the Fixins bar?
Yeah,
and
so
he was
video.
like, what do I put on a taco? And he's like, not pickles.
No.
Well, I work at a restaurant part-time, and I have this one little kid that comes in and orders hamburger, pickles, and black olives on his pizza every Friday. And I'm like, ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, no one told you, Danny. Well, that's... Yes, the experts who were with you probably should have told you that.
I love pickles, too.
She does love pickles.
You don't. Our son loves pickles. Actually, you know what? I can't say not to put them on tacos. I've yet to try pickles on tacos. I've had pickled jalapenos on tacos, and those are delicious. Does that count?
Right. I'm not a big
I'm with you, Megan.
person.
Not on pizza or tacos.
No, me either. No, not at all. But I'm a plain Jane. All right, my number 3 attraction, and I want to know what everybody thinks of this one. It might be higher or lower for some people, is Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor.
Oh,
I like that show a lot. You can get some of the same jokes, and they'll do, if you go enough, you'll see that when they do the show, some of the same jokes will come up. But I think the Laugh Floor is a lot of fun. You come out of there feeling good, laugh out loud while you're in there. I've never been that guy. Yeah. I'd like to be that guy one time. I think that would be... I would love to be that guy, Megan.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun to do that. But no, I've never been that guy, and that's a great show.
Dan got to be Randall and the dancing guy.
Oh, see.
I know. I got to be the rebel.
Yeah, Melissa was a rebel spy at Star Tours one time, which was really cool.
That's as close to anything we've gotten, and that was pretty cool. But that's why I'm always wishing one of us would get picked, because that's some of my favorite parts of the show.
Yeah,
when they do that stuff.
And I told her to buy the I was the rebel spy T-shirt. She wouldn't do it. But yeah, I love the laugh floor. I think it's a great time. It's always crowded. Everybody gets into the show, and it's awesome. It really is awesome.
Cool. Well, I have on my list, I picked Fantasmic. Me and our oldest son, Walter, like to go to that one. I know Walt's not as big of a fan of it, but I really enjoy it. I think it's fun. It's one of my favorite nighttime shows, and I really like it.
Miguel doesn't like the Monsters, Inc. Miguel, that show cracks me up. I chuckle the whole time I'm in there.
That guy.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe that's why he doesn't like it.
Yeah, is that why you don't like it? Yes, I want to be the rebel spy too. I can't believe I'm a big Star Wars fan and she gets to be the rebel spy. That's terrible.
You've never seen Fantasmic?
Who's never seen Fantasmic?
Megan.
you should see it for sure. It's I don't know. Melissa thinks I'm a grumpy old man sometimes. I'm not a big fan of Fantasmic. It's okay.
Oh, everybody teach their own.
Most people, but a lot of people love it. They love Fantasmic.
They want to know why you don't like it.
I don't know.
He likes to watch that YouTube video when Dopey falls off the top layer of the boat. Have you seen that?
I hope you guys have seen that.
He
when
watches
the boat
it over
comes
and
out
over.
And you see Dopey fall. God bless him. I hope he was okay. I hope he or she was not hurt. But I watched that. I don't know. I don't really know why. I just think it's fine. But it's not something I have to do. You know, the effects are pretty cool, and I think the best part of it is the end.
Dan was there. Nuh-uh.
Nah. Were you really
Liar.
there?
No, I'm just kidding.
That's pretty cool.
Were
if
you
you
the
were,
one
man.
that took the video?
Yeah, were you the one taking the video? That's pretty cool.
Oh God.
Yeah, Megan.
That's awful.
Oh, hey, Discover the Magic's here. Hey, how you doing? Megan, definitely see Fantasmic and make your own opinion of it for sure. Don't go by my opinion.
Don't go by mine. You got to judge for yourself.
Yeah, you'll probably love it.
I think she'll like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not that I think it's bad. There's other shows I like more.
It's when he worked there. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Was he okay?
Was he or she okay?
That's crazy.
Yeah, Megan, you'll like it. I'm sure you will, for sure. Yeah, it's a good show. It's good. It's just not my favorite. All right, number 2 for me. Number 2 on my list. This was almost my number 1, but I forgot about one, which I can't believe it, and it's my number 1. But my number 2.
Find my number 1 too.
It's your number 1 too, I'm sure. But my number 2 is Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Well, that's my number 2.
Yeah, I'll let you talk about that one. Go ahead.
Go right ahead.
I love Mickey's PhilharMagic. I just think it's vastly underrated. Couldn't use a little bit of a refurb, a little bit of an upgrade on the video and all. Not necessarily do I want the scenes to change, but maybe the quality of it upgraded a little bit. But I love that show. I think it's great.
And I kind of like the clips in it are a lot from when I was kind of a teenager, where a lot of the scenes are, Aladdin and, Lion King, and it's a lot of the nostalgic ones that I remember from when our kids were little. So when I was in my, lower 20s. So things that I really liked going into when I had kids. So it brings back a lot of memories for me, which is one of the reasons I really like it. And the music and just the whole concept of it. And with Donald flying out and sticking out of the back wall afterwards. I think it's great. And I know it's older now, but I love it just as much as the first time I saw it. So unlike Muppets, who, I love the Muppets, I don't necessarily love Muppets 3D anymore because that show does need to be changed. They need, if they're even going to be keeping the Muppets in the studios, which I kind of wonder. I really wish they'd do a brand new show. I love the theater. If you're a Muppets fan, when I first walked into that, it was just like being in the Muppets theater, and that was awesome for me. And having Waldorf and Statler up there, and having Sweetums come out was like amazing. But the show itself,
it's not. It could
be
better.
I don't love it at all.
But
now I don't.
But PhilharMagic for me is great because first off, they have all the movies from when I call it kind of Disney's renaissance.
Right.
With their resurgence, maybe that's the way to say it. When they came out with Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, The Lion King, all one right after another that were major hits. It was just like a run of these great animated films that they came out with, and now they've incorporated them all into this show. I think it's great.
Poor Donald.
Yeah, I think Donald's great. I think he's part of what makes it great.
Me too, Megan. I love when they reach for the jewels. I want to reach for the jewels when they're coming out in front of you from her box.
Yeah, and I love the part with the Lion King on that whole part right there. That I love it. I think it's great. It's a great show. It's a great show.
Yeah, I agree, Disney Channel. The Muppets, the pre-show is 10 times better than the actual
Yeah,
show.
it is. It really is. And
it's funny.
But what I do like about the Muppet Show, though, is when Sweetums comes out and runs across, and you get to see him for real, because he's one of my favorite Muppets anyway. I really like that, for sure. Hey, there's Rob. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Thanks for checking in, bud. I appreciate it. Definitely. Definitely. We're talking about our top 5 rides and attractions at Disney, and we're coming up on our number 1 attraction. We're doing attractions first. Oh, Megan had to leave?
Oh, bye, Megan. Or is he being funny? Because did she say something she didn't like? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Now I'm just going back up. Oh.
We were too busy chit-chatting.
I know. Oh, no, Megan has to leave.
Oh, bye, Megan.
Bye, Megan. We appreciate you coming out. Thank you. Definitely, for sure. So, number 1. Does anybody want to take a guess what they think number 1 might be? Because you're probably going to get it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yes, please, everyone. Please hit that like button.
Yeah,
I never bring it up, but sure. No, thanks, Megan, for sure. We appreciate you coming out.
Number 1 drum roll.
Yeah, number 1 drum roll. You know what? I think, well, it's attractions, not rides yet.
Not rides yet.
We'll get to that soon enough, I'm sure. But it's going to be... Go ahead, Melissa. You say it.
We're going to give them a chance. See, they're guessing rides. Nope.
No, actually, you know what?
Believe it or not, Robin.
Yeah, it wasn't Lion King, Robin.
Which is a good one.
People might not think of this because they don't think of it as an attraction. It's more like a show. I'll give you a hint. It's more like a show. No, it's not Festival of the Lion King.
I kind of miss the old Lion King show. The one that used to be where Mickey's PhilharMagic used to be.
Yeah, that was cool.
I liked that.
That was Legend of the Lion King or something like that. I don't remember what that was. That was a while ago. Tom's Sawyer Island.
No.
Does anybody go over there anymore?
I don't think we've been over there.
No.
Since Citrus Swirl.
Beauty and the Beast. Actually, you know what? Beauty and the Beast didn't make my list.
I know it was close for me because Beauty and the Beast is one of my all-time favorites.
Chef Mickey's is nice, Dan, actually.
Yeah, Chef Mickey's.
Nope. So number 1 is Happily Ever After, the fireworks show. It really is pretty... I didn't even think of the Country Bears. Jeez. Oh my gosh. But I don't know if it would have made my... I don't know if it would have made my top 5.
Close for me.
I don't know.
Just because they crack me up so bad. It's kind of like dark humor.
It really is. I know that I think Miguel hates the Country Bears.
He does.
I actually think they're very funny. But it's hard. It's Happily Ever After.
They're just so dumb they're funny.
Yeah, they are. Happily Ever After is fantastic. You know, we talked about this before, and it's a really viable replacement for Wishes because a lot of folks love Wishes, and they were really upset when Wishes went away. And I think this is a really good replacement for Wishes. I don't know what everybody else thinks. What?
The throwing up emoticon for the bears.
I don't know, Miguel. It's so bad and it's so weird that it's funny.
It really took me by surprise when the one bear sings about blood on the sand. Yeah, I didn't think I was at Disney anymore. I thought I'd gone into some kind of time warp and ended up somewhere else. But I'm like, is this for real?
Or the girls should say, all the guys that turned me on turned me down. It's like, huh?
Feel like we're at Disney World.
Well, you gotta hold your kids' ears while they're playing these songs sometimes.
That's why.
But Wishes makes everybody cry, Dan. It's true, but it's funny for me. That's what Happily Ever After does. Yeah, I really love that show. First time we saw it, it was literally 2 days after it opened for the first time.
And we waited an hour and a half so we'd have a good spot so we could be right in the front. Yeah. Actually, maybe longer.
Big Al, man. You're right, Rob. Big Al, he's awesome, dude. I would love to meet him. And it is old school, but it's so funny. It cracks me up. I'm in there, and I just, like, laughing out loud, and people look at me, and I'm like, it's funny.
The moose up on the wall. And it's just off color.
Yeah. Yeah, but Happily Ever After is an awesome show. And we've seen it from far back, like down by the end of Main Street, almost back by where the train is, and then we've seen it close up. And to me, you got to see it close up.
Oh my gosh!
In our opinion, I think. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and we're a little conflicted. We're not going to be on our trip in October as long as we normally are, and we realized we have a lot of nighttime events going on, and we're suddenly realizing that we may not be able to see it this trip, and we're freaking out.
And we're trying to find a way to make sure we see it.
It's like, oh my gosh, that can't be possible.
Yeah, because there's so many parties going on. The Mickey's Not So Scary going on while we're down there, which we will be there for one of them, and we're going to probably live stream.
Yep.
Hint, hint.
And then
I guess that's not really it.
Moonlight Magic.
Moonlight Magic as well. We'll be at a Moonlight Magic on the 3rd, I think, so that's going to be a lot of fun as well.
Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, we're at Hollywood Studios, so that'll be a good time.
We get a good view of the Toy Story Land, not be as crowded, so that I'm kind of excited about.
Yeah.
And then there are a couple other nights they're doing Not So Scary, so they won't be doing the fireworks, so we're a little like, oh no. So.
Rob, can you get the soundtrack to the Country Bears on Alexa? Because we have Alexa. I didn't know that you could do that. No, that's really cool if you can get that.
You can. You ask it to play the Space Mountain music.
Yeah, but the Space Mountain thing, it'll only play for like 30 seconds and then it stops. I'll have to figure out how to do that. We're not technically...
Well, no, sometimes you have to have the Amazon Music.
Oh, maybe.
Which we did that for 30 days, but then we didn't keep it. So it depends. We'll have to check.
Right. And Dan, that makes total sense. I mean, if you watched it every night while you were down there, it is difficult. I know a lot of people that worked at like the Great Movie Ride, or they worked at the Hollywood at the Backlot Tour, and they were really upset when these things go away. I mean, I get it; things change, and you move on.
It's part of your past and your history, and it's a part of you. Oh, that's cool. We'll have to give it a try.
What's that?
Rob, he said to play the Disney World soundtrack.
Oh yeah, that's what we'll have to do, Rob. I'll have to figure out how to get that on there. Or just have her, ask her to play it, because that's what we want. It really is cool.
Oh my God. 3.5 hours, human person? Holy cow.
Yeah, that's a long time to wait for the fireworks. Man, that's like half your day.
I know it.
Man, I can't even imagine. Robin, both of the shows were emotional, especially, Wishes caught a lot of people, but Happily Ever After for some reason. I don't know if it's maybe just because we're just so happy that we're there and seeing it, and maybe that's why, but it's definitely something. Yeah, but Dan, it makes perfect sense, that for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. That's our top 5 attractions, and actually I had 2 honorable mentions. Are you going to do yours?
I just picked 5 attractions. I stayed in the rules for that one.
All right, well, I had an honorable mention is Carousel of Progress and The Lion King. Carousel of Progress didn't make my list, but I do love that ride. And, of course, Festival of Lion King is a really good show. I think it's a really good show. And so it makes total sense why most people love it. I think it would probably be the top attraction or show for a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's always crowded.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's very fun how they incorporate the audience to do different things with the animals and the sound. And there's stuff going on all over the place. It's very well done. Yep,
it is. It's really done really well. Really, really done well. Now, as for rides, I put mine in a top 5 order. So for me, my number 5 ride in all of Walt Disney World is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Not me.
I love Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and I love it at night, which we've never done. I've never ridden Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at night. I don't know why. But I've never done it. I want to ride it at night, be able to get to the top, and then look over and see the castle, and maybe do it while the fireworks are going. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, but I would love to do that. What about you?
No.
None
of the mountains are going to make my list, so we're good there. They'll probably all make yours.
No, you'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see.
Mine aren't in any particular order, but Toy Story Mania made my list. I really enjoy that ride, and would be really bummed out if I couldn't do it while we were there. So that's one of my faves. I just like the Toy Story Mania.
I don't know that one.
I like the interaction, and it's just fun.
Yeah, Big Thunder is awesome during the day. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it gets so hot, though. I wish that was a closed queue. And it's an open queue, so even though you're underneath and you're in the shade, it's still really, really hot. So, yes, I'll definitely have to try it at night. Oh, wow. Didn't even think of that, Dan. Yeah, but Big Thunder at night, we're going to try it next trip for sure.
Not me.
Yeah, Well, the boys and I will do it. Melissa's done Big Thunder.
I've done Big Thunder twice, but it's so herky-jerky.
No, it definitely is, but it's an older one. And Toy Story Mania makes perfect sense. Why is that? Why do you like it?
Why? Because it's fun. And I can actually feel like I do somewhat decent on it, too. Unlike Buzz, even though that's a fun ride, I can't get that little laser beam to hit anything. I'm just, like, really not talented at that ride. This one I feel like I'm not very coordinated, and I'm not very good at anything, so I just think it's fun.
I can't aim.
Except that my arm gets tired after a while when you're trying to pull that string.
Yeah, I just can't aim. That's all that is for me. I'm not good at aiming. Not at all. So that's number 5. Number 4 for me is, and Melissa's going to be surprised at this one, Flight of Passage.
Oh, why? That
it's not higher, yeah. Flight of Passage for me is number 4. Fantastic ride.
That's on my list.
I love that ride. I think it's unbelievable. The technology, the immersiveness, the queue is amazing.
The queue's amazing, yeah.
The ride itself is unbelievable. The only reason why it's not higher is because I don't have a connection to it. And if for some reason it was down, I'd be like, oh, it's too bad, but I'd move on to something else. Or if it was, if we missed it when we're down there on the next trip, yeah, it'd be upsetting, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. And I just don't have that connection yet with it, so that's why for me. But number 4 for me was Flight of Passage. What about you?
Well, Flight of Passage was on my list too, so I'll just leave it at the same. Mine aren't in any particular order. Sorry you have to go, Human Person. We're so glad you were here.
Yes, email is an option,
yeah.
Human Person. If you want to put that, I don't know if you want to or not, but you can also get us on Twitter. If you go out to Twitter, which, by the way, I can give you that here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's our Twitter account. You can find us there. You can send me a message on Twitter as well, and we'll get you that way. But I would love to be able to do that. Sure, we want to get that to you, for sure. So we'd appreciate it. And yeah, Miguel, Flight of Passage is amazing. You're right. It just doesn't have the nostalgia. Not yet, anyway. It might down the road.
You know what it is for me? When they even started talking about building Pandora, I wasn't excited about it at all. I just didn't connect it with Disney in any way, shape, or form. Is that kind of what you mean? I mean, I just don't feel like they really go hand in hand. I mean, I think they did a great job. I think it fits well in the park now that I've seen it. But I still kind of don't understand the correlation between Pandora and Disney. Unless they were just trying to bring on, a different factor just to bring more people into the park. I mean, I guess that's, because it was a very popular movie.
Right.
So
yeah, sure.
I guess that might have been their thought process. But I was the same way.
And that is our son that just commented. And I'll be sure to talk to him when we're off. Once we end the live stream, I'll be sure to talk to him. But that is our son who put that out there. So we'll be sure to...
at least he's watching.
Yeah, at least he's watching. I'll give him that. I appreciate that.
God.
Yeah.
I hear him laughing in the other room.
Dan, you're right. Never abbreviate alien swirling sauce. No, they did not.
I didn't put any of the new rides on there yet because we haven't tried them.
Yeah, we haven't done
them. But that may mean our list would change if we ever do this again.
Yeah. Mason's funny. Yeah, he's a trip. He's 17, everybody. Just so you know. But thanks, Mace.
Gee, thanks, Mace. Finally.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's move on. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 for me. Yeah, you're right, Miguel. Avatar was a mediocre movie at best.
Oh, God, it's his face.
Kind of.
I love it. Oh, my God.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not a... Yeah, that's great.
I never really even thought about that correlation, but I guess it makes sense.
It does.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Pocahontas in space. It's always that way. It's funny, a lot of the movies you see nowadays, it's basically the same story. The big guy, the big empire tries to take over the little conglomerate or the little area, and they fight back and win. So, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I agree.
No, you don't, Dan. You don't need to watch the movie to do the ride. And absolutely not.
Hadn't seen the movie for 8. Like, we had seen it once, like, probably.
Yeah, and I wasn't a big fan.
And he wasn't a fan, and we never watched it again, and we hadn't. It wasn't recent in our minds, so I don't even remember most of it, but the ride's incredible. Yeah, just for the experience.
The ride is incredible. No problem, Brian. I mean, hey, you're cooking dinner. We totally get it. Kung Pao chicken, too.
Oh, yum.
Cool.
Stop that. Now I'm hungry again.
Number 3. Number 3 for me.
All our son.
Yeah, the ride is pretty cool. Mason's right. I will say that. Mason's right. It is pretty cool. It is pretty realistic, and the ride is pretty amazing. I just don't have a connection to it. Not yet, anyway.
Well, he doesn't care. He didn't care for Animal Kingdom before Pandora arrived, right. So that made him like Animal Kingdom. So
yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's different.
Number 3 for me is, I don't know if this one's even going to make your list. It should make your list, but for me, number 3 is Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, it is on my list.
I love Spaceship Earth.
There.
Actually, Spaceship Earth is my favorite ride in Epcot, period.
Mine too.
It used to be Soarin',
yeah.
But ever since they changed it to the new video, I wasn't overwhelmed by it. I think I like the old Soarin' better.
I do too.
But Spaceship Earth for me is fantastic. First off, it gets you out of the heat. You get to sit down. It's a nice long ride. That in itself is a plus. I love the fact that you have all the different animatronics throughout this entire ride. It's fantastic as well. It's just awesome. It really is fantastic. I love it. And the fact that all of that is inside that one giant ball is amazing. The technology and the engineering behind that is off the charts. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right, Human Person. I think Pixie Hollow would have been a great fit for Animal Kingdom. I mean, I almost think that they could put that over where the Rafiki's Planet Watch is even, and do something with that. I mean, there's so much I think they still could do there. I think it would be perfect. So. Yeah,
Dan, sorry, I do like it better than Grand Fiesta Tour. Although I do like Grand Fiesta Tour. I think it's a fun ride, too.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I do. I really do. But it is. Mason makes another good point. Wow, how about that? It is. It's very relaxing, and it's a lot of fun. And the animation at the end is really cool.
Of course, I get a little scared. I have to ride with one eye closed.
On Spaceship Earth?
Oh, not Spaceship Earth. I'm going back to Flight of Passage.
Brian, you'll love Spaceship Earth
Oh,
when you do it. I think it's a great ride. Highly underrated. It's always like, there's never a long wait for Spaceship Earth. I don't understand it. I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm glad we can just get right on, but I love that ride.
Yeah, me too. I'm with Mason. I love the little animation at the end. And you put your faces in it. It's fun. Yeah. I like Panchito too. Donald gets me frustrated.
I don't know if they'll do that, Dan. You talking about the Lion King space where they had the little show talking about recycling? If that's where you're talking about, they could do that now. They could do like I don't know what they would be able to put in there, like a Wall-E show, or
maybe.
I don't know if they could. I don't know if it's a big enough space for a ride, but they could do like an attraction or something.
You're right,
there.
because they don't really have anything for Wall-E, and that would fit. Living with the land, it makes total sense. And I missed that little movie. My little silly story, watching that little movie before Circle of Life made me recycle. Yeah. I never used to recycle.
Yeah, we never used to recycle until she saw that show.
And I came home, we immediately recycled.
Yes, Wall-E needs some love in the parks. You know who else? I mean, you can talk Wall-E. You can talk Hercules isn't in the parks at all.
Yeah.
They have very little in the park for as popular as it is. They have very little in the park for Aladdin. You have the magic carpets and you have some meet and greets here and there, but nothing major.
Right.
I mean, they could do, and I've said this before, they could do a simulation ride where it's like you're simulating riding on the magic carpet and make it really, really cool. They could do something like that. I don't understand why they don't, but you're right.
I'm kind of surprised they do have the carpets ride they have there. It's just another version of Dumbo. So I don't really know why they did the same thing and they didn't do something a little different when they brought that out.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yes, Human Person says they have a Wall-E as a boardwalk game at Pixar Pier. That's cool.
Fun. I didn't know that.
Yeah, then that would be cool. That would be really cool if we could get something like that. They tend to do a lot of rides, but then they just forget other movies altogether. They just never include them. You're right.
Oh, the Festival of Fools. Isn't that from the Hunchback?
I think so, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like Topsy-Turvy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
No, I haven't seen that in a while either. That's another one. Hunchback doesn't get any love.
Anything.
I mean, you don't even see them in any kind of meet and greets except on special occasions.
The villains, you'll see.
Yeah, he's in the parade for the Mickey's Not So Scary.
But that's it. You don't see Hunchback or Esmeralda.
None of them.
Or it's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many movies that they've done that you just don't see any inkling of them around the parks whatsoever. Yeah. Hunchback won't get a lot of love because of health. Yeah, that's true. That could be why. It could be why. Definitely.
It makes me wonder why they made it to begin with.
Right. Well, Pocahontas is another one. Where you don't have any Pocahontas around the parks.
You used to. Remember they had the Pocahontas show?
The Pocahontas and her furry friends, I think it was called, or friendly friends or something.
She used to be one of the meet and greets you'd see outside of Magic Kingdom and at Animal Kingdom all the time. Now you never see her. So she just kind of disappeared.
I don't know if I remember that, human person, the Hercules Parade. I don't remember that. I mean, you still see Pain and Panic, like they're in the Mickey's Not So Scary Parade and stuff like that.
And Hades.
Yeah, and Hades, of course. But they could have that. That's a really good...
I love that movie.
Yeah, I did too. They could do something with that too. I don't know. I don't know why they don't.
It's too bad.
There you go. That's my number 3 is Space Mountain. What was yours?
It was the same.
Spaceship Earth.
Mine was the same. I had Spaceship Earth too. Not in any order, but since I had it, I figured we'd just share together.
Oh, cool. Were they, Dan, when you say Mulan and Hercules had parades, they had their own parades or they were in a parade? Because I don't remember them having parades. They must have been, were they like mini parades at that point?
Kind of like the Pixar parade was, maybe? I don't know. Neat.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't even hear that.
Hey, Dawn. Hi. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. We're talking about our top 5 rides and attractions. Wow, separate parades. I didn't know that.
I wonder if it was before our first trip. Of course, I don't know if it would be that long ago. Do you know the time frame of that, Dan?
Probably in the...
Oh, during you said the release of the movie. So it was probably before our first trip. You know, or around, or, you know, who knows?
Oh, that's cool. No, hey, welcome back, Miguel. Appreciate it. All right, so that's my number 3. We're going to get down to the 2 big ones for me for rides at Disney World. So for me, the number 2 ride for me at Walt Disney World is Expedition Everest.
Not
what about you? No, of course not. Everest.
And it looks cool.
Everest is awesome. I love Everest. I think everything about this ride, the immersiveness, the theming, the queue is fantastic. The ride is amazing. I love the fact it's the only ride at Disney, correct me if I'm wrong, that goes backwards in a roller coaster theme. It's just awesome. And the Yeti is amazing. If they can ever get that thing to work again, it'll just up it a notch for me. I love it. It's a must-do. And if it was down when we were there, I'd be highly upset if it was down. I love Expedition Everest. The one part of Everest I can't do, it scares the heck out of me, and you guys are going to laugh at me, is in the very beginning as you're going up the hill, you have that open area where you come out of the little tunnel and then it's wide open like that. I can't do that because I'm afraid of heights. So I always feel like I'm going to fall off.
Well,
it's
that's
really
what
funny.
kind of worries me with Slink Dog because it looks like there's nothing around it. It's just track with open, and that's the kind of thing I don't like. I like when stuff is set like in a mountain and things because then there's stuff around you and you feel like you're more safe. I don't like open track like that when you're going up high.
Right.
I just feel like you're going to fall off.
Gotcha. Everest is 3rd best ride at Animal Kingdom for you, Miguel? I wonder why. Which ones do you like before that, though? Yeah, the queue. Dan, the queue is amazing. I've told Melissa, I know that she won't ever ride Everest. But I keep telling her, I said, just do the queue, and then you can exit before we get on the ride. And she's afraid that we're going to trick her into getting on and that she'll have to get on. Like they're going to pull her arm and make her get on the ride.
There's a couple of those. I'm afraid that there really isn't an escape hatch, you know, and I'm just like, because you said that for a couple other rides too, and I'm just afraid.
Yeah, you're fine. They won't make you get on. I don't know why she thinks that. She thinks we're going to force her to get on once she gets up there. No, you can't go back now, lady. You got to get on.
Or somebody will.
But the queue is awesome. I think it's really done well. We did a couple trips back, my son and I, my oldest and I, we hit a quarter in the queue in Everest. And we said, next trip back, we're going to go back to where we hid the quarter to see if the quarter was still there. It wasn't. We were hoping it was going to be, but it wasn't there. But I love that ride. I definitely do. What's everybody saying in there? Yeah, I did see that, Dan. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That is good. No. I was just
Oh, Flight of Passage and Dinosaur.
I like Dinosaur.
I like Dinosaur. Don't get me wrong, and I get it, and I know what you're saying.
I used to be afraid of Dinosaur. I'm getting better because now I like Dinosaur. I like Mine Train because it's smooth. So it's funny. I'm kind of coming out of my shell a little. I'm thinking about doing Space Mountain this trip. Do you guys think I can handle it?
Space Mountain, yeah, you can handle Space Mountain.
You
Thanks,
think I
human
can?
person.
Thank you, human person.
We appreciate you
Good
coming out. Yes,
night.
send me an email and we'll get you that in. We'll get you that prize for sure. You earned it. You won it for sure. Absolutely. But I don't know. I love Everest. I really like the idea of when you go up there, the track is demolished and you're like, where are you going to go? And it's really, really cool. I think it's fantastic. I just love that ride. I think it's great. Don't get me wrong. Dinosaur is really cool too. And Flight of Passage, of course, it made my list, but it's just something about Everest. What about you? What would be your number 2?
People Mover. I love the People Mover. I would be so bummed out if People Mover wasn't open if we went. I know it sounds silly, but I really love People Mover. That's my go-to.
Matterhorn 2.0. Talking about, he's talking about Everest, but...
Yeah, because they go backwards, right, Brian? That's what I was thinking of.
What's that? Yes.
They go backwards. So... See,
Yeah.
I love People Mover, Dan. Go People Mover!
People Mover's great, but for me, there's just, when you're doing, if you're narrowing it down to just Magic Kingdom, it might make the list. But when we're talking about all of Walt Disney World, it's kind of hard for it to make the list for me.
Well, I told you, I did one extra.
Rob, Spaceship Earth made my list.
Yeah.
It made my
Me
list
too.
for sure.
Mine too.
It was on my list. But yeah, I love People Mover, but it wasn't in my top 5. It was one of my
Oh no, Robin! Now I'm not going.
honorable mentions. What'd she say?
Walt's gonna be mad at you. She said she feels like her brain is smashed around in her skull.
It's not that bad.
Great.
It's not that bad. Thanks, Robin.
I recant.
It's really not that. It's only because you can't see what's coming. That's the only reason why it is because the turns, you don't know when they're coming.
TTA for life.
A TTA for life. It's only because it does feel like you're getting smashed around, but it's only because, but not even that bad. We're talking you out of it. Let's let it go.
Let it go.
It's really not that bad. It's just you can't see the turns coming.
Robin.
Which you said you liked that about it. It's the fact that you didn't know it was coming because you don't like that.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably try it. I'll do it once, just like Splash Mountain. I will never do it again.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Hate
Don't worry about it, Robin.
No,
she's
fine.
getting
I'm
on.
Still,
she's getting on.
It didn't,
Yep, she's getting on for sure. All right, so that was your number 2. What did he say?
This is looking more and more like I'm not going to try it.
Thanks, Miguel. Splash Mountain, there you go, Dan. Maybe that makes the list. You don't know. We'll have to see. We're coming up with our number 1s for both of us.
I'm scared to death of that. I didn't know there were multiple drops in it.
Yeah, because the drops are really, really big. It's just the one drop at the end. The other one's not that bad.
If I could just see all the stuff inside, I'd be fine.
It's not. Yeah.
If I could fly over it.
Isn't that what makes Splash Mountain so unique and so special? Is the fact it's not just your go up, come around, go down, water flume ride. It's an entire attraction, like 20 minutes long inside of it. And it's amazing. They've done such a great job with it. I love that ride. I think it's fantastic, but it's not my number 1.
Or my laughing place.
Yeah, no. Melissa did it one time, and at some point we got to show you guys the drop and the picture of her in the drop. She looks so serious. You would think she was going into surgery or something because he's like,
I thought I was going to die.
It's pretty amazing how the way she looks in this picture. All the rest of us are like, ah! And Melissa's like.
And actually, Robin, I think you're the one that told me to do it. I think it was in one of our podcasts. He was like, "Yeah, give it a try."
It might have been for sure.
No, I wanted to try it. I don't like the feeling of falling. I don't like it.
Miguel improves your prayer life.
Mine too, for sure.
Yeah, well, she's definitely saying a few Hail Marys and a few Our Fathers, and she goes up for sure. I'm sure.
Oh my God.
It's so funny.
It's so true.
Yep. And then on that, and then one of these days, if I could ever get her back on that ride again, I'll have to put her in the front row.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that would be so funny.
No.
That would be so funny.
No. Mm.
It's so funny. Hey, Zoe. Zoe's back.
Yay, Zoe! What's Streamlabs? I feel kind of dumb right now. Is that something
I don't know.
Explain!
Maybe that's not meant for us. Maybe she's in the wrong stream. No, I hope not. Well, there's other people streaming.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, I like, some of the big people.
Yeah. None of us little guys.
Yeah, none of us little guys. But, all right, number one time.
Well, I have two left.
You have 2 left?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. All right, so I'll let you go.
My number 2 is probably your number 1.
All right, go ahead.
Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
Is that your number 1?
I'm not telling you what my number 1 is. Oh, well, you're taking away my thunder here.
Fine. But I really like Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, okay. All right. So Haunted Mansion is your number 2. Why is it number 2?
Number 2, because I like my number 1 better.
I guess it doesn't get any simpler than that. Can you elaborate for everyone, please?
No, not till I get to my number 1.
No, I mean elaborate why you like Haunted Mansion.
Because it's cool.
Yeah, there is. She's a talker.
Woman of many words.
She's a woman of many words. No,
there's so many fun elements.
Yeah, there is a
Haunted
lot.
Mansion that they add in there. There's certain. I love the ballroom, and that's my favorite part by far. I just love to see the dancing ghosts and all the little elements they put in there, like the passed out ghosts under the table and the one blowing out the candles, and so many little cool things that are really, really cool.
Don't worry about it, Dawn. No problem. Sometimes it goes out. We totally understand. Trust me, we've been having issues with ours from the very beginning with this stream. It didn't go the way we had hoped to start, but we're just glad we were able to get in here for sure. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Miguel, it's funny. Our oldest, first time we ever rode it, he was 2.
Yeah.
And he went on it, but he slept the entire time. He just fell asleep.
Yeah, I think it was at night, so that probably was a good thing. The poor kid, we probably would have given him nightmares. We're great parents,
Yeah.
He turned out all right, though.
Yeah, I think so. So far. It's still early. Dan, if you would do that, every single detail of your house being a haunted mansion, you let me know. We're going to come visit.
Now he definitely won't do it.
Yeah. Now he's not going to do it at all. He's like, never mind. Thank you. All right, what's your number 1?
Pirates.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
And it was shut down. One year we went, it was under refurb. And when we walked by it, I was just like, it hurt. So I just really enjoy Pirates. Especially now, that the movies came out. It just made it that much more exciting. I really love Captain Jack Sparrow. I mean, who doesn't really? But very nostalgic for me. I just really enjoy it. I like a lot of the different scenes. And I can handle that one little drop.
Yeah, she can handle that one. As long as it's not more than 1, she's fine. So it was Miguel's number 1 too. Was Pirates.
Oh, yay!
Pirates of the Caribbean. There you go. There you go. Always room for one more.
One more.
Absolutely.
991 home.
Well, Melissa's right. My number 1 is Haunted Mansion, and it is by far my favorite ride in all of Disney World. For one reason and one reason only, if no other reason, it's because of the uniqueness of the ride. There's nothing else like it in Disney World. It's its own genuine thing. It stands by itself. It stands the test of time. It's a classic. It's timeless. I love everything about it. I love the ballroom. My favorite scene is actually the hallway where you see the floating candelabra.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that effect. I love that ride. Everything about it. And I love the fact that it's not based off of an IP, an intellectual property. Disney's got so many of them now. Every ride they do is based off a movie. I like the fact that we have something like Haunted Mansion that's its own thing that's not based off of, off a movie from Disney.
Well, Pirates was, and then they changed it to match,
Well,
but
but they made the movie off the ride. I agree.
Which is what they tried to do with Haunted Mansion.
Right, and I like that about it. That's what I like about it, is the fact it's something different. That's why I like Big Thunder. That's why Space Mountain is really cool, or the Jungle Cruise, because they're all based off of non-intellectual properties. Not that I don't like those rides too, but I like having that kind of stuff as well. That's not really necessarily off a movie based off of Disney. But Haunted Mansion for me it's my favorite.
Right.
Yep, it definitely is.
Yeah, Brian, we're with you. That movie was terrible, which is sad. I almost wish they'd give it another whirl. I think we talked about that in one of our other shows where it's like, that was kind of a flop. But, so your Pirates is better? You know where Pirates is better, guys? Shanghai.
Yeah, if you guys ever get a chance, see the Shanghai Disney Pirates. Oh my gosh. God. That's unbelievable. We need that one here. I hate to say it, but I really would like that one here.
I would love to go to Shanghai Disney. Some of their stuff is just incredible.
Yeah, it really is. Dawn, I get it. I mean, I like Halloween. Christmas is my favorite time of the year, but Halloween is really cool, especially at Disney World. It's
that movie embarrasses the ride. I agree.
Who said that?
Dan.
Yeah, it does. It was terrible. That movie with Eddie Murphy, and I was really hoping it was going to be good because they had Eddie Murphy in it. It was horrible. It was really, really bad. They need to redo it. They need to redo it and do it again because they could.
That's right. That's one of the rules, right, Brian?
Yes.
That's why it's better. Food.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. Haunted Mansion's awesome. I love it. We actually had one time, it was late at night, it was pouring down raining, and we got on Haunted Mansion, and they let us cut through a secret door just to get right back on as many times as we wanted. It was awesome. It was incredible. I'd like to spend the night in the Haunted Mansion one time.
Oh, I don't think I could. No, thank you.
I do. I want to stay there one night. Yes, I agree. The Haunted Mansion, that movie was terrible. Nothing about it was good either.
See, that'd be me, Miguel. Christmas is definitely my favorite time of the year, and we chose to come down for Halloween this time because I just think it'll make Halloween that much more spectacular. I just loved all the things. But next time we come, we really want to come down for Christmas just because that's our favorite time as a family, too, just to see everything there. I agree. Yeah,
Christmas would be nice, but if we do that, it's either going to be November or early December. I am not coming down for Christmas week.
Oh, no. No. Our anniversary is middle of December, so we want to come down maybe to celebrate our anniversary one year.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be a good time. Have we ever done our own private stretch?
What do you mean?
What do you mean by a private stretch, Dan? Yes, Brian. I'd love to do the overlay for that. That's
Was that when you go behind the scenes?
No, the overlay is the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh my gosh, we were just talking about that earlier. We were watching somebody's vlog in Disneyland, and they were saying it will be pretty soon before they get that.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. Dawn, we'll be down the week of October 2nd through the 6th. We'll be down for 5 days. We'll actually be in Florida for 8, but we'll be at Disney for 5. So we'll be down there from the 2nd to the 6th. And we're going to the Halloween party on the 4th, that Thursday. Mickey's Not So Scary. The 3rd, we're going to Moonlight Magic, and that's a Wednesday, the 3rd, and then Thursday, the 4th, we're going to Mickey's Not So Scary. So we'll be down there from the 2nd to the 6th. By all means, come on out and see us. On one of our upcoming streams, we're going to talk about our schedule of what we kind of plan to do with not just what parks we're going to be in, but also like when we're going to live stream, and things like that, for sure, as we get a little bit closer to the trip. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a really good time.
So you mean just to have your group in the first room alone? When you say your own private stretching room?
Oh, no, that would be awesome, Dan. Yeah, if we could do our own private stretching room, that would be really cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, if the parks are super busy, you'd think they'd say, yeah, right. That's cool.
Yeah, Miguel, that'd be great. We'd love to meet up with you guys, even if it's only for a couple hours or whatever. It'd be great to see you, Dee, and the kids and everybody. That would be awesome. I think that would be a good time.
Oh, you're doing the October 30th party. That's right. That is so cool that you'll be there that close to Halloween.
Yeah, I bet you that's fun.
That's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I bet it is, for sure.
Yeah, but will you be there, Dan? Then you might not like us enough to let us do it.
I'd like to be, Dan, I'd like to be a cast member. If you're able to help me with that, I would love to be able to be a cast member one day. So if you're able to help me there, I might lose my wife when I move to Florida. Maybe not. Maybe we can talk her into it.
We'll do split screens. I'll be here.
Yeah, she'll be there. We'll have a long-distance relationship, 23 years into our marriage.
That's healthy.
Yep. So there you go, guys. That's our list. And that lasted pretty much an hour. You were right. I was thinking maybe we need to come up with some other stuff to do. But
thanks, Dan.
Yeah, Dan, make some calls, man. I'm there. You just let me know. I'll do anything. I'll work in the stores. I'll be one of the people that wave. I'll be like the Walmart greeter as people are coming in.
He doesn't care.
Nope, I don't care. I just want to work for Disney and be able to get into the parks for free.
See, I'm always worried it would ruin the magic.
No.
I have to get your opinion on that.
Dan, does it ruin the magic?
Apparently not. He still loves it. He's still vlogging and going, so I guess not.
Yes, guys. Please smash that like button for us if you could. I'd appreciate it. We'd appreciate it.
Check out Disney Dan's channel, too. And Disney Life for me. Everyone that's here, just out and about. We have so many. We love you guys so much. We really appreciate
everybody
being here tonight.
If you haven't already checked out their channels,
too,
for sure.
He's not opposed to that.
No, probably not. Well, maybe. It depends. That might be my limit.
Unless it's the restrooms. He doesn't clean bathrooms.
No, we don't.
No, I do.
I mean, me, myself, and I, all three of us, we don't clean bathrooms.
Someone has to clean the
And I do
bathroom.
want to say a special thank you to the live place. We are on the live place right now. If you haven't gone out there, please go out to the live place, www.theliveplace.com. Great live streams over there. You have Disney Dan's in there. You have A Disney Life for Me is in there. Prince Charming Dev. A lot of great folks over there. Sherry's in there with her travel agency on Saturdays. Michael K. A lot of great folks in there.
Did you say Rob?
Did I say Rob? Rob, I think, yeah, Rob's in there. Rob Fuzz is in there too. Great time. Lots of great streams to see. We really appreciate the live stream. The live place putting us in there.
Guys.
We appreciate that. We forgot to mention them last week, so I wanted to make sure we got it in for sure this week. But, hey, yeah, definitely go out to our channel. Close if you haven't already. We're real close. We're at about 921. We're trying to get to 1,000. We would love to get there. We definitely appreciate the support. Let us know if we haven't subscribed to your channels. I think we have. But if we haven't, let us know.
Please
we'll be more than happy to do so.
It's not on purpose.
Yeah, and let us know what you think. What did you think of the little scroll going across the bottom in the logo? I don't know if you guys can see all that. Hopefully it did. It was there. It's kind of the new bells and whistles. We're trying to add some fun stuff to the stream. So hopefully that went well for everybody also. And thank you for the patience in the very beginning. It didn't go the way we had planned. We were like scrambling at the last minute. But we thank you guys for coming out. We definitely hope to see you next week. Don't forget this Saturday we'll be posting our next vlog or our next video on our overview. We're going to be overviewing Animal Kingdom Lodge. Great place. You guys are really going to like that video. Oh, there's Jillian Day. Hey, Jillian from Manchester.
Jillian.
Hi, we're just getting ready to get off.
Sorry, Jillian.
I'm sorry, off the live stream. I'm sorry. But definitely check us out. Next Thursday we'll be back, and we're going to have a good topic. We're going to think about what we want to do for next week, but we'll have a great topic for that as well. And, yeah, definitely appreciate everybody, the support as usual. We love you guys, and be sure to check out all the streams. And I think this weekend you have Disney Life for Me and Disney Fiasco. Right, Dan? You should have a show coming up. Yeah, Brian. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you for everything.
Brian, we're getting that P.O. box together, so I'll let you know about that for sure.
1:30 a.m.
But Jillian, oh my gosh, 1:30 a.m. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
But thank you all very much for joining us. We appreciate you guys coming out. Hope you had a great time with the stream. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun, great interaction. And until next week, please take care of yourselves and each other, guys, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.